Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. The government of Timor-Leste has decided to deport expelled lawmaker Arnolfo Teves Jr. and ban him from entering the Southeast Asian state for 10 years based on its migration and asylum law. In a statement, the Timor-Leste government said it considers Teves' presence poses a threat to national security and interest. It said Teves' extended stay for over 2 years as a fugitive, formally charged in the Philippines, undermines the integrity of its borders and its shared efforts to combat transnational crime. It said the imminent full accession of Timor-Leste to ASEAN this October further reinforces the responsibility to upholding justice, legality, and stability hand in hand with its regional partners. Timor-Leste said Teves' deportation was decided on by the Ministry of the Interior, saying he is staying without a passport, a valid visa, or legal authorization. It said its decision to deport Teves takes effect immediately. Teves faces multiple murder charges in the Philippines related to crimes committed between the year 2019 and 2023, including the murder of then Negros Oriental Governor Roel de Gamo. The Department of Agriculture, or DA, plans to reimpose the MSRP, or maximum suggested retail price of pork. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Tiu Laurel Jr. says they will bring back the MSRP either by the end of July or early August to help Filipino consumers cope with the spiking retail prices of pork. Tiu Laurel said the Food and Terminal Incorporated will reduce the layers of middlemen dealing with pork raisers and retailers. This is in line with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s directive to lower the prices of goods by reducing the involvement of middlemen from transactions. He also noted that the FTI would be the party buying hogs directly from farms, slaughtering and delivering the meat to retailers who will still receive the profit. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. directed the incoming leadership of the Philippine National Police, or PNP, to not only focus on reducing crime, but also to improve the public's trust. In a media forum after the 46th ASEAN Summit in Malaysia, Marcos hailed the PNP for the decrease in the number of index crimes from over 15,000 in January 1st to May 16, 2024 to over 11,400 in the same period this year. He also cited reports that the number of crimes in Metro Manila dropped by 23% in the past 6 months. Marcos, however, said that more than bringing down crime statistics, the police should make people feel safe, especially on the streets. He cited the newly launched Cops on the Beat program, which aims to boost police visibility, deter crime, and reinforce safety in communities. President Marcos Jr. confirmed that he had selected the next PNP chief, which he described as a very senior officer. He withheld the official's name pending a formal announcement. The president said the new PNP chief is expected to continue the organization's current programs, which had led to the decrease in the rate of crime. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, has vowed to aid the woman who went viral on social media after being spotted appearing from a drainage hole in Makati City. In a social media post, the DSWD said the agency's Pag-abot team identified and found the woman earlier today. After interviewing the woman, DSWD personnel brought her to the Pag-abot Processing Center in Pasay City, where she would undergo further assessment. The DSWD said it would provide temporary shelter and other forms of intervention for the woman based on her situation and needs. It said this is in line with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s directive to aid people from vulnerable sectors like her to ensure that she does not return to living on the streets. A social media post on Monday showed the woman crawling out of a drain hole in Salcedo Village, Barangay Bel Air. She then reportedly started running wild and was chased by several people. The Makati City Police said the woman was one of many street dwellers around the area. And in our business news, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, warns of businesses against using ghost or fake receipts to evade taxes. BIR Commissioner Romeo Lumagi Jr. issued the warning following the filing of criminal charges against cosmetics firm Bilena for allegedly using ghost receipts to reduce its tax liabilities. Bilena is facing tax liabilities amounting to 1.6 billion pesos. Lumagi said the Department of Justice has already filed charges of tax evasion and failure to supply correct and accurate information in tax returns before the Quezon City Metropolitan Trial Court, Branch 33 in April. The cases are in relation to the BIR's intensified run after fake transaction or RAF program involving fake receipts, as well as its fearless and aggressive enforcement activities program against tax evasion and fraud. Meanwhile, the Department of Agriculture, or DA, recommends retaining the 15% tariff on imported rice. DA spokesperson Arnel de Mesa said this is to lower the effects of inflation throughout the agricultural industry and on its consumers. He noted that about 25% of the rice consumed in the country is imported. He said keeping the tariff low at 15% can better ensure that the overall price of rice will remain stable, especially in the lean months. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The Pna Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing stories that unite the nation.